Your ghost, they said you gotta go.
Supreme Clientele 2.
You gotta go right now?
Make sure.
They said you gotta go. They said your people.
Hold on, we gonna play something.
Texted us like, yo, we gotta go.
He don't want to leave. Hold on, before let's work the we play something. Yo, son.
Ghost ain't going no fucking where.
Yo, go. We gonna play something.
Ghost ain't going nowhere.
We got more shit to talk about.
We get to play one.
I'm not letting
Let me get Fourth Disciple.
Don't put the chains on the door.
I want Fourth Disciple.
We got Ghostface.
Yo, we playing Fourth Disciple.
Can't let him go.
We playing Fourth Disciple.
Right. Yes, whatever. Yeah, let's go in.
Come on,
let's go in.
Fourth Disciple in Georgia.
See, that fourth was like 15, 16 years old.
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
Pull it back one more time.
Wow.
In my game.
You said that was the old joint that you
My
took.
king. Yeah, that was old one.
That was
That old one, like 6, like bad man.
That's crazy.
Angry on them.
That must be. I gotta play that in the gym.
Yeah.
Go Georgie, man. DJ, I'll make you a DJ before it's over, James.
ZB.
Yeah, baby.
Supreme Clientele 2. Make sure you get it on all platforms, wherever you get your music. Stop listening to that bullshit and listen to some real shit. As far as music is concerned, Push has been consistent with dropping music and going on tour and, you know what I mean, just being relevant in the culture and fashion and lifestyle. And some of the meanest jewelry. We know you went on a hiatus for a while. You know, just did your family thing, wasn't doing no music.
Right.
Now, you know, after 15 years or what have you, let God sort them out. What sparked it?
I cannot discount during my hiatus, I did 2 solo projects myself, Hear Ye Him and Let the Dead Bury the Dead. So I was always
still active.
Yeah, still sharpening my skills. I think when we went out to Wyoming, you know, with Ye, you know, and we worked on the Jesus is King album, and we did Use This Gospel, and that kind of like pushed my brother and myself into like making music again and putting us in that atmosphere. And then we also performed, you know, at what was it, Sunday service. Yeah. So
Nego album.
Yeah, definitely. The Nego album.
These were the things that I was like using to be able to approach him about.
Say, let's get this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we had
I Pray For You.
Yeah, it was just certain songs. I mean, certain projects that it was like, man, you know.
Where it made sense to me at the time.
Yeah. Because I had asked before, and it was like, nah.
So you went heavy church.
Heavy Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm heavy Jesus too. But how is it doing the album now as the clips? Talking that street.
It's perfect. It's perfect. It's the right time. It's perfect.
But some of your like, you know, like we was talking amongst each other about Slick Rick. Slick Rick, every ending had like a positive ending at every song. So how you coming heavy church coming in, because this definitely got to be
Heavy
a gangsta
Jesus,
rap album.
he just told you.
Heavy Jesus.
Is what?
Right? No, I'm saying, you saying
no,
heavy
he keeps
Jesus.
saying heavy church, and you just told him
yeah.
How do you able to make a gangster rap album, you know, coming from like the church?
I don't think I wouldn't call it gangster rap.
Yeah.
But you know, I think when people look at the clips, apart from the creativity, I think what you should see is businessmen, family men. I think you should see some level of integrity and being about your business, you know, over the years. The way my brother has navigated this thing solo, it invigorates me, man. You know what I'm saying? It inspires me. And it's not too much rap-wise that inspires me, except for the locks. You know what I'm saying? But
appreciate that, my
yeah,
brother.
absolutely. You know, so just his enthusiasm about the game keeps me, you know,
fire.
In that headspace.
That's dope, because yesterday he played us one song and we know what Push gonna do. But when you about to rap, I see everybody's ear open in the room. Everybody's room just, you know, when you got the fucking German Shepherd or the Doberman, like everybody's ear opened in the room and was like, see what Mal is coming with right now, you know what I'm saying?
For the one joint they played yesterday, you know, these are my brothers. They both go crazy. But this song, the beat was insane. They switched up the flow. They had the brotherly flow where they was doing the same flow, but the shit they was saying was crazy.
I want to speak to that too, crazy. Man. Like, I think that's where, you know, the production and being produced as an artist comes into play, and that's how you know, that's how I feel like that's how we evolve in this joint too. You know, I personally, I just want to rap. You know what I'm saying? I just want to rap. You mentioned the flow and the patterns and the stencil.
Stupid.
The hook was insane too.
The thing about that is that, like, you know, that was one of the boxes that we had to check off. Like, it had to be sticky. And when P be like, yo, it gotta be sticky though. Like, I just don't, you know, he says things like, man, I don't want mixtape verses. No, I want, like, you know, something crafted. And once you go through that process of finding what that melody is or finding what that stencil is, then you inject the steroids in that, you know what I'm saying? That's how, that's the only way to be satisfied for me, to be satisfied doing something in a stencil. You got to be saying something bar for bar. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time it comes together like a crossword puzzle for me.
Y'all nailed it though. Yeah. Y'all nailed it.
Thank you.
I can't. This is not one of them albums. This is not to be skimmed through. This is not to be played with. Make sure you got the right outfit on. Make sure you're in the right mind state and absorb it and listen to it repetitively so you can, you know what I mean, get in the space you need to be.
I think we also, well, as far as me, what I can say about me, I'm always proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, y'all represent that real hip hop, that core, that street.
Thank you.
You know, and when I see you walking on runways in fucking France and all that, no, I'm proud of you.
Man. Yeah, thank you.
That's a win for hip hop.
That's a win for us.
That's a win for us.
It's so hard for one of us.
Yeah.
For real, we understand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But when we see you guys walking through that shit, we like, yo, they let the guys in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what that feel like to you when you out in France about to get ready to walk the runway? Then you drop the record, right? You drop the record, and we see Jay going crazy on the side. Jay was going crazy on the side.
Yeah.
Like what that feel like?
Man, it's these the boxes we trying to check off. I feel like our era is the era that shows that you don't have to age out in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We don't got to age out. Like, niggas is nice right now.
Facts.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we actually all live it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we live it. Like, hip hop ain't just raps to us. It's raps, it's being fly. It's like, I'm still taking codes from Kane. You know what I'm saying? I'm still taking codes from that era. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what it is to us. So it's like, you know, when you get the opportunity to walk a runway or get that endorsement deal for me, I'm like, man, I remember when this shit won't even supposed to be here. I remember my dad telling me rap won't gonna be here. Like, I remember it. Like, man, that shit ain't gonna be nothing.
It's noise.
Yeah, all this noise.
It's
you know,
me that in the room.
So it's like,
it was worse for me. I had a Cuban father.
He didn't understand you at all.
On the table, he definitely looking at. Now he was telling me the plain truth. He was like, "You're not going to make it. Have you seen any Spanish guys make it in this shit? You're done." And I'm from the soil, the Bronx. And my father actually saw hip hop born. He was like, "There's no other Spanish people doing this, Papi. Like, you have no chance." And I'm in the kitchen writing on the table. But then they become our biggest fans.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
You know,
I'll never forget, man. My dad recited Big's "Flavor in Your Ear" verse to me, and I was like, "Flavor in Your Ear" remix verse, and I couldn't. I was floored. I'm like, how? Wait, when did you even come into this?
Oh, that's fine.
Like, you know, and I was like, man, like this. I mean, that was a time and a point where I was like, oh no, damn, he even hit you. He even got you reciting.
That's fine.
I was like, man, I knew Big was big then.
Special, yeah.
Yeah.
you know, I hear a lot of Biggie Smalls in your
Yes.
your flows,
Yes.
in your cadence, a
Yes.
lot
Yes.
for years.
Yes.
He was special. You know, that's funny because Dre from Cool and Dre, shout out my brothers. He said he was a big like R&B Jodeci and all that. He always tell me this story. His father's Jamaican came in with the Flo Joe finals. You need to be listening to this. Fuck that smooth shit. You need to listen to Fat Joe, Flo Joe. Dre tell me that all the time.
That's fine. How long it took y'all to make this album?
2 years.
No doubt.
Yo,
That's
but
good.
to speak to what you were just saying, do you know where Clips come from? The name?
That was my next question.
Oh, I didn't mean to step on
you
you.
got-
Go ahead.
You got
I want to.
It was Full Eclipse,
Full Eclipse.
but we knew you had the Full Eclipse crew,
Yeah.
so
chopped
we chopped it to just
We had
Clips.
to chop it down.
They
We
wasn't
want no
fucking
smoke.
with you like that. Don't worry about it.
We ain't know.
We ain't want no
Clips.
smoke.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody want they just do. Shout out to Cleveland, man. My brothers Bone Thugs and Harmony. One day I'm gonna get up in here and talk some Bone Thugs and Harmony stories. Those guys, biggest in the game, 30 million sold. They were the Michael Jacksons of hip hop. They the first guys I ever seen to get that big. And Big had asked me to plug them in with him to do Bone and Biggie. And so, because they was cool with Tupac, they were like trying to play, and so I had to convince them, like, yo, I need y'all to do this for Big. And Big he was smart enough to know, yo, Joe, those your peoples. You could get them. I said, I tried. They sold 30 million. I ain't even had the balls to ask them to do a song with me yet. I was like, yo, and I was with them every day. So I stepped to them, and that's how that Bone and Biggie came about. And so, there's certain songs that every time I hear it, I know where I was at the time.
That's what music does for you. Music make you think of where you was at and how you felt or what was going on in your life at a time when you hear it. That's what's so good about music. You can just put a playlist on and it can take you around the world and bring you back to a little kid or bring you back to somebody that you missing that was alive, or you know what I mean? Music does a lot of things for you.
Yeah, it's crazy because Mother's Day.
It soothes the savage beast.
Yeah, Mother's Day, I couldn't listen to the "I Always Love My Mama." I would play that for my mom since I was a kid. And so this year she passed away just before Mother's Day. That was the hardest day for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't want to fuck with Instagram. I ain't really want to talk to nobody. You know what I'm saying? That touched a super duper nerve. LL Cool J, my favorite rapper of all time. Him and KRS-One. And so LL Cool J, man, I tell you an ill story, man. Video Music Box, Ralph McDaniels got it on tape. Shout out Ralph McDaniels. There would be no hip hop if it wasn't Ralph McDaniels. We rushed home. Did y'all used to run home to see Video Music
Kidding
Box?
me? You 31, man. You had to turn your TV. This is before all of the futuristic shit. You had to go
You
up.
had to put your hanger.
Click it. Yeah, the TV with the hanger and turn it to U31, man. Video Music Box.
He must have stopped a lot of violence because after school, everybody ran
rush home, man. You stop at the store, get your little snacks, and then go catch Ralph.
Yo, Ralph gave me the opportunity to host. So he saw this ahead of time. I met him in the streets. I'm trying to be a rapper, change my life. And then he was like, I used to go down to his office and walk 31 flights of stairs.
Wow.
The elevator never worked. And this fat Joe.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
3 Fat.
Oh,
This is Fat Joe.
yo, this is really Golden Corral Joe Sizzler. At that time, it was Sizzlers.
Oh, remember Sizzlers?
All you can eat Sizzlers. So I'm going up there, and then one day he said, "Yo, host the show," and I started hosting. That's how I got a bigger buzz out there. But Ralph McDaniels, I threw a birthday party at the Fever, and I had just met. Flojo was out. I had just met LL. So LL said, "Yo, come with me to this charity he had for kids." I went with him. He pulled up in my project. So you got to understand, LL Cool J was like Justin Bieber to us.
Facts.
Or Bow Wow. Like, he was so big, he wasn't a regular hood rapper. Like, we wouldn't see him in the streets like that. Or I wouldn't. So when he comes pick me up, he's my idol. He comes in a convertible Benz, and he puts his hand out the window. I'll never forget, he had a rollie on. And I walked up to the car. I said, "Nah, man." I said, "You got to get out." Like, there's because the windows was tinted. I said, "You can't come to my projects and not get out." Like, so he got out. My mom's was there. My son Joey was there. Everybody took pictures with LL. So on the way back from the charity, I shot my shot. And I said, "Yo, L, I'm doing my birthday party this Saturday at the Fever." He was like, "Oh, the Fever's still open?" I said, "Yeah, it's the Fever Part 2, but I'm going to have everybody you name come." And let me tell you something. I had Puff was in there, Lady of Rage, Gangstar, Lord Tariq, Peter Guns, OC, the whole thing. Anybody that was popping at that time
Was
in that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was like a DJ Khaled birthday now, right?
Facts.
So we in there, KRS-One, the walls are sweaty. This is when KRS-One is king of the Bronx still, right? So the walls is sweaty, it's ram-packed. All of a sudden, like 2 a.m, KRS is performing, and I hear some girls, "Oh, oh." They start going crazy. It's a red baseball cap, and he walks right on stage as LL Cool J in the South Bronx. He grabs the mic from KRS-One, and he tells the DJ, "Yo, throw that Flavor in Your Ear beat on." And he just start freestyling some shit. I never heard him say it on a record. And changed my life, man. That both my idols was on stage with me in the Bronx very early on. So shout out to LL Cool J, the living legend, Rock the Bells. He doing so much for the people out there with Rock the Bells.
Iconic. Every
He
time I
feeding
see him,
everybody.
I give him
But let me tell you
nothing
something.
but praises and flowers.
Yo, Jada, you want to touch the top 5 one-hit wonders or something I came up with?
Top 5 one-hit wonders?
One-hit wonders.
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. Like,
Wow.
that was one. That's a big one. But that.
I can't think of 5 one-hit wonders.
Or you could do.
Who else you think? Who you thinking? Who you got?
I told you. That was Homeboy. This is why I'm hot.
Mims, right?
Mims.
Yeah.
What's these guys? Girl, you know it's true, but that ain't hip hop. Milli Vanilli.
Don't you know Kevin Liles got writer's credit for that song?
Yo, let me tell you.
Did you ever know that?
Yo,
Kevin Liles is the writer for Milli Vanilli's song.
Milli Vanilli, shout out Kevin Liles. Milli Vanilli was actually dope.
Yeah, to that one mishap when they pulled it, when the thing starts skipping.
I think that's most rappers today. When I go to these young boy shows or I got shows with them, they not saying one word. They letting the shit play and they just ad-lib they shit.
That goes back to craftsmanship, man. You gotta learn your music. You gotta learn how to rhyme over the TV track. You gotta learn your song. You gotta try to sound like the record.
Vanilla Ice, Ice, Ice Baby.
Vanilla Ice had more than one though, right? But Ice Baby is the one.
No, sir.
Ice Baby was his biggest song ever for a one-hit one. He might be the historian of one-hit wonders.
Yo, he lived on Star Island off of one song. This guy was superior, caked up.
Ice, ice, baby. Bin, bin, bin,
No.
bin, 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 bin.
You know, when you get a white boy to get one to go, like to go, you know, that's crazy. I would say Bubba Sparks got more than one.
Nah, don't
Sparks
put my
got more
man
than one.
Bubba in there. Bubba ain't one of them.
You know who's one of them? I got 5 on it.
Hell no. But the Loonies ain't no one-hit wonder. Crack, you
Well,
crazy?
what's the next hit?
They got shit. They got
No,
shit.
they got music, but I'm talking about a
Party
hit.
like a rock star.
They what? Party like a rock star. Party.
That's it. That's the only one they got.
Yo, listen, to be a one-hit wonder is the biggest blessing in the world. You know how many millions of people wish they could have had one hit? They never was able to walk the red carpet.
Get the right one. You only need one. Shit.
You only need one. Now, if you got 2 or 3, you straight. If you got a whole catalog.
You see my man? Panda, 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 Panda.
Oh, yo, Panda is the one hit. Yo, he sold 10 million on that, right?
Maybe more. He made a shitload of money off that song.
Yo, man. You know they called him Jerky on then on the plane.
Yo, that's it. That's it, James. James.
Yo, the Panda. You know what's crazy? Is I seen him in Dubai in the airport that day. The same fucking day. He seemed so normal. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Panda, this.
Yo.
And the next thing I know, when I arrive in the States, Jerk Yondon on the plane. Like,
yo.
Nigga was tumbling dice. What's that shit? Yo, this shit crazy out here. Yo, it's so... When I see the stuff like St. Lunatics suing you and shit like that, but how do you feel about that? And
I think for the most part, they had no.
This is a family show.
No.
I'm talking about family.
I have no problem.
That's what I'm talking about. Family.
No problem with answering this. I think people were misinformed. When we started the Lunatics, first of all, Murphy Lee was a year out of high school. Bearing the stage. My brother Kiwan, and then once we got the deal, City Spud went to jail. Right? So me and the oldest one, we were the ones more engaged on the business side of things and how things were transpiring. I think everybody else was just happy to be there. So you know what it's like if you're in a group, you got some people that's going to the meetings, some people that's on the phone calls, some people that are in those rooms when certain situations are being discussed and how they go. And you got other people that's, I just leave that to y'all. I just leave that to y'all. I leave that to y'all. So when the thing came up of how everything got broken down in the beginning, we had a fucked up deal in the beginning. So the way things got spreaded out was that the oldest member of the group, the manager is his best friend, our business manager is his best friend, and our road manager is his best friend. So they negotiated everything. They put everything into perspectives, and you see what I'm saying? And I'm trying to, because they still got other things, but they were influencing the other ones. So when the ones that did not know what happened found out what happened, now you see us back on tour, except for one. Okay. Because long story short, the truth just needed to be told, and people needed to find out not just why it is, but how it is. And when you found out how it was, you understood. They understood.
Let me explain something to you. I've never seen nobody keep it more real with their crew than you.
I said the same
and I want you to know, if I'm sitting in New
thing.
York and I see this shit, it's like a sledgehammer hit me and bust my head open like a fucking watermelon.
You know, they say
I've been with you.
They say you don't understand.
I'm telling you the truth.
No, but they say you don't understand who you are with until you go through something negative. That was our first time ever going through anything that wasn't positive, because you know, we were very, very fortunate, very, very blessed that when we first came out, we were rocket shipping. You know what I'm saying? So when it got to a point to where okay, now everybody's trying to pay attention to something they should have been paying attention to since day one. But here's the thing, bro. Ever since this group been informed, I've always had the most money. From the time we came into this crew, I came into this crew with 2 cars, my own apartment, and everything else that was, you see what I'm saying? I've always paid my own way and other people's way to get through certain things. So I've never not paid attention to business. You know what I'm saying? Never not paid attention to business. Used to insist people pay attention to business. Used to ask people, you know what's going on? You know what these, you know, but like you said, when the money is coming in, nobody wants to say nothing. And then obviously they look up on the day that the money is not what they think it should be, and then wonder why they don't have it like that. But we all go through trials, tribulations. You know what I mean?
Horrible times in hip hop.
Yeah.
You put that well, my brother.
Nah, I appreciate it. I know you can understand it.
Because I'm telling you.
You got to reflect.
Right? I've been in this game 30 years. I've been around so many crews. We love the Locks because their brotherhood cannot be.
They influence us. They don't even know that. That's why
they together like this.
That's love.
You hear what I'm saying? The Locks is. I think their whole dynamic to me is that they never let nobody break them up. They together. I think that's what the streets love. So when I just evaluate the whole hip hop game, and I've been around everybody, I've never seen nobody keep it more real than you. And I love everybody, so I'm letting them know I'm not. But I never seen nobody take care of their crew more than you. So it was shocking to me, just sitting back, and sometimes you don't know you can have that effect on somebody else. No, but I was just like. That. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I've always thought
you said the same thing.
The same thing. You know, that's your sister. Yeah. You know, she like, what the fuck?
I was pissed.
I was looking at it, because she can read certain shit. Like, and
I said he's the most generous person I've ever met when it came to that. The family and that group and the percentages, and I was like, "You giving out what?"
In the beginning, coming off tour. We come off the Nelly tour. I split it down the middle. I take half and I give them half. So if we come off a tour with $20 million, I take 10. The group get 10.
Down 10.
No, but the group get they 10 and go home. I take my 10 and I pay
commissions, expenses.
I pay everything else. Yeah. Everybody else get to go take their money and go sideways. You know what I mean? Like, so
betrayal, man. Mm-hmm. You can't build the wall high enough. Mm-hmm. That shit have jumped right over the wall. That shit hurts.
You know that?
Yeah.
That might be I think it's the only thing that might be closer, similar than worse than death. It hurts you that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's always from somebody who you love,
that you love,
that you trust at that time to show himself. You know what I'm saying? Because can't nobody you don't know or don't care about hurt you like that.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because
it's always somebody you know. They say it's the ones closest to you, but it's always somebody you know that can really, really hurt you. Mm-hmm. And then you be like, man. Yo. I'm just speaking about me. Now I'm just saying how many times I done looked out for this person, how many times I gave him a chance, how many times people told me, yo, don't have them around you, how many times this and that, and then you still went all out, and then they wind up doing the unimaginable.
Life in the back.
Firm believer, everything happens for a reason to a certain degree. And a lot of times what I tell, I talk to my nephew, JT, Jason Tatum. And shout out to JT. He had his injury.
Get better.
Get well soon, my brother.
But I was telling them, yo, don't look at it like that. This is for something. But here's the tricky part. It's not always in what you think it is. It may not be for music. You see what I'm saying? Like what's happening to you here may be needing you to look somewhere else. It may be time. I was talking to JT. I said, yo, it may not be about basketball. I said, because you're him in basketball. It may be you need to spend this time with your son. Mm-hmm. It may be something you need to spend this time with mom. You may need to go back home and do something. It may not have nothing to do with basketball. So when something affects you that deep, take a full 360 look at it. Take a full 360 look at everything that's going on around you, because just because that's what put the brakes on it don't mean that that's the problem. It just means that you needed to stop for something. And you have to pay attention to what it is. But that's the only way you're going to grow, period. Now, you can get mad, say, fuck that motherfucker wrong and keep going, but something else going to happen. I'm telling you, something else going to happen because you never fixed it. You quote unquote put a Band-Aid on the shit. You never fucking addressed it. You know what I mean? And not to bring it back full circle, but that's why I think me and her are sitting here to this day, because it was always about a full circle look. It was never about, does this person bring more positivity to your life than negative? I don't give a fuck who they are, Joe. I don't give a fuck who they are, Kiss. It could be your mama, your daddy, your auntie, your uncle. It could be your fucking kids. Does that person bring more positivity to your life than negative? And if it's not, then you need to get the fuck away from them. And sometimes, like you said, family will be the first ones that'll do it to you. But your family should always bring more positivity than negative. It shouldn't even be close. But if it is, then you know goddamn well. And anybody else around, man, just stay positive.
Put him on a mural.
Put him on a t-shirt. Hell yeah.
Jada be talking some shit, bro.
Put the boot on that motherfucking car.
Big used to come to me all the time and be like, man, what did you do to your beat that's different than my beat? And he just had a sample. I had more, you know what I mean? I almost had like more
playing over that
different
shit.
things. I could take the bass out. I could do whatever I wanted to do because we played it over, right? And I think that's where people start, it was, we ran with it because the song was called Funkdafied, but it was an Isley Brothers record.
That's it.
So Funkdafied.
Yeah, and that's the first time I started rapping on, as far as people first time hearing me. And that's because I was in there writing the raps, and I was in there writing, and I was just playing around. Like, I playing around, I'm like, I'm going to say this and you say this. And it started going, and it was like back and forth, back and forth. And everybody that was around, it was like, y'all should do that. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to rap, right? I'm still trying to stick to just, I'm a producer. I'm going, I'm doing good. I'm not getting ready to start doing this. We're not getting ready to mess this up, right? But she was
that's
like,
around the time Suge Knight was like, you want producers in your video, rapping.
Nah, this was before that.
This was almost that.
He's fast-forwarding too much, right?
This was before that. So yeah, so we get to the Funkdafied come out.
I was there.
And this Brat record go crazy. Funkdafied record go crazy.
Too crazy.
And Brat album, she became the first female solo artist to have a platinum album.
That was crazy, man. Shout out to the Brat, her wife.
Y'all co-wrote that?
Yeah. Because that's when I started, you know what I mean? I was writing, but then I started remembering, like, you rap. I already knew what you know what I'm saying? So we just start figuring out our back and forth motion, right? And I write one part, and then she'll grab it and understand where I'm going, and then she'll just take it from me.
Tip told me Tiny wrote Scrubs.
Yeah.
The scrub is
her and Candy.
He said he was on the passenger side.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure.
That's crazy. Gag, kiss. I know I'm jumping all.
I got some beautiful conversation. This is very knowledgeable.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you.
So then, like, I'm running around now with Brat, and I'm rapping. Funkdafied's big, so I'm performing with her everywhere we go, right? And I'm like, I still don't want to rap, but I'm writing more raps now because I'm hearing myself on the radio and I'm rapping. I'm starting rapping, and then all my friends like, Jada, you should make an album, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to make no album. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But I start making like fake songs in the studio. Like, I'd be writing a song and I'm thinking I'm gonna give it to somebody else, but I damn near finished the song, and my friends would start listening to it in the car, and they're like, yo, you should make this a real song. One thing led to the next, to the next, to the next, and then I did my first album, Life in 1472.
You wanna know what's crazy is there's something going on down the other side of town. You got the Goody Bomb.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna let you control. Get you ask questions, man.
Are you not listening to this, man?
Not yet.
You speeded ahead of time.
So they're not ringing off yet.
Not yet. Nah, not yet. This all like,
How do I know this? And you older than me.
Yeah, this it seemed like that.
By a couple of candles.
It seemed like that, but nah, it wasn't like that.
You gotta stop.
Like, it's an argument about that now. Like, people don't understand. Criss Cross came out before Outkast.
Facts.
I know that, but
Yeah,
I
but I'm
didn't
just
know.
saying, like-
I didn't know that Goody Mob and Rico Wade and the family
But
they
you-
wasn't cooking up at
But
this.
that's what I'm saying. You got to think about it like
Because
that.
he in New York.
Crisscross came out before Outkast, so you got to think about where the stretch was, right? It's like this Crisscross then Outkast. So Goody Mob came out after Outkast, after Outkast success.
Really?
Yeah.
You ain't know that?
Yeah, you ain't know that?
No. I always thought the Goody Mob. That's why we learning. I always thought the Goody. People think I'm signed to Big Pun. You understand? Not there is people. I'm telling you, they asked me. I'm thinking Goody Mob birth Outkast.
Nah, no way.
Okay.
Outkast came out first.
Outkast was first.
Yeah, Outkast came out first, then Goody Mob.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. But that's after. Good timetable.
No, he was talking to you. Cut him off.
Yes, so we went into this space of me start rapping, and me and Brat start doing like going back and forth, doing things, this, that, and the third, and we did the Sleeping in My Bed remix, right?
That shit was monster.
We did the Sleeping in My Bed remix. This was like the first song that New York had really ever really embraced that I did. Now you gotta think from this whole time when I was staying here in New York, I had sometimes left, and I took them to see Red. I took the record to Red Alert and Chuck Chill Out, and Chuck Chill Out was like, nah, this ain't nah.
I can't play this.
Take that country shit back.
Chuck still like that.
Oh yeah. So
he ain't changed.
I always had this thing where I kept trying to get my records played in New York.
Out on the radio 2025.
Chuck still be doing that?
Yes. I listen
He
to
still
him
do
every
that
week
EP?
on BLS.
Yeah, I like that.
He's still cursing dudes out.
I like that.
He ain't never changed.
Yeah, but by the way, that just made me just like, I gotta get a record in New York. Like, I gotta get a record in New York. So I wasn't thinking about Sleeping in My Bed being that record, but I always wanted a record that when I got to New York, I turn on Hot 97, I hear my music, right? So Sleeping in My Bed became like one of the hottest records in New York. Flex was playing it at the Tunnel. It was an R&B record. They weren't playing on R&B at the Tunnel, right? He was playing this. He's like, Jada, you got to come to a party at the Tunnel. Sleeping in My Bed is going crazy, right? So Sleeping in My Bed going crazy. And then we had the photo shoot, The Great Day in Harlem. Remember that?
I was there.
With all the rappers out there. All of y'all was out there, right?
Looking like a baby on a fucking picture. That's in my store right now in the Bronx. Yeah. You looking like a baby out there.
Yeah, so we come to New York and go to Harlem, do this, and then that's when I met Hov, right? And on my way to the shoot, I'm listening to the Clue tape, and Hov took the Sleeping in My Bed beat, and he took my cadence of Y'all Want to Dance, I'm going to Make You Dance. He took all of that and did a freestyle. So then I'm in the car like, oh, this nigga know me.
Yeah, he fuck with you.
I'm like, he really know me. He done paid attention to my whole shit. So I wasn't thinking like when I seen him, I'm going to say, let's make a record. But somewhere in my mind, that's what happened, right? So when I seen him out there, I'm like, yo, I heard you just do my whole little flow on that Clue tape. You need to come to Atlanta, we make a record. And he's like, all right, he gave me his number. So I went back home. All my mind was that I'm going to make this record with Jay-Z. That's all I was thinking about. I'm going to make this record with Jay-Z. I didn't know what the record was going to be, but I'm like, I'm going to make this record with Jay-Z. Long story short, he came to Atlanta, and I went to pick him up. And when I'm driving to the airport to pick him up, I'm listening to Can't Knock the Hustle. And when he say Deep in the South, kicking up top game, I'm like, he's talking about me. Who is he talking about? I'm riding, I'm thinking he talking about me. He say switching 4 lanes, I'm switching. I'm by the way, I'm in a Bentley.
Oh yeah, you caked up by then.
Yeah, I'm in the Continental T, by the way, not just a Bentley.
Continental T.
You know what I mean? I'm in the Continental T, going to the airport to pick him up.
Nah, you on
I'm all out the window. I'm driving like this. I'm doing everything he's saying in there. And he's switching 4 lanes, screaming through the sunroof, money and everything. I'm like, this is me. I'm definitely telling you. That's all I'm saying. He talking about me. So as soon as he come out the airport, I say, yo, I'm going to sample this part. This going to be our song. And he's like, all right. And he's thinking about what I was saying. And then all the way down the street to my house, down Old National to my house, he just got quiet. And I guess he zoned in on his verse.
Started writing his
He ain't even hit a beat. I ain't played no beat for him. I had an idea. When we got to my house, I hit the beat and I said, this is what we gonna rap over. He's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. And I was like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
How this work? And I thought the shit was gonna be trash.
Jada would have moved into your house. Jada take his time. He'd have moved into your house for a month before he gave you that verse. You crazy? Jada take his time.
There you go, capping. Now you really
I'm capping.
I done flew to Atlanta for other shit and went in his studio and gave him verses.
Yes.
Is that a fact or not?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta fuck with the guard. But my thing is,
he's one that can catch me. Come over, kiss it.
Money
lay this
ain't
for
a
me.
thing.
Drop this for the brat.
Money ain't a thing.
It's one of the ones.
Up here, it felt like that was the mergence of down south in New York. Like
it was.
You know, it felt like that was the shit.
It was.
And y'all was talking that shit legendary.
Great.
You know, whose idea was the video and all that? The video was crazy. Everything about that.
It was me, Hov, and Free. Shout out to Free May. We was just like, we was trying to just figure out how to do the dumbest shit we could possibly do at that particular point in time. You know what I mean? And we were supposed to have a horse race where we both was riding a horse, but Hov was like, I ain't riding no horse. And I'm like, shit, I'm gonna ride the horse. You can put your girl on the horse, I'll race her. And the way we started talking to each other, that's how the video was. Like, all right, we'll bet 100,000, nigga, let's go. Right? So then everything was just like, let's do it. Let's go over top. So
yeah.
We wrecking Porsches and everything at the video shoot. Real life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all was just dumbing out.
Another.
So at what point do you hear Outkast?
Well, Outkast is out at this point. Outkast is out. Like, Outkast came out. Outkast was out. Like I said, Outkast came out right after Crisscross. So they actually was like Brat, Outkast, and that they in that little era. All of that came out around the same time, like 94. Crisscross came out in 92. So Outkast, I think, like, they came out, and that's when they won the award at the Source Awards in 94.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was there. That was that night. I was there, brother. I was sitting right behind Outkast. Right in front of Outkast was the 69 Boys. Nas was sitting right in front of me.
So you really remember?
Oh, I'm strapped in the fucking Source Awards. Like, I gotta keep it real with you. I got the animals with me. Yeah. I'm up in there, you know what I'm saying? So I saw where Outkast won that award, and they just got up, and I was up on Outkast, but I didn't think they were the kings, right? So I knew they was nice. I knew they was repping that ATL. But when they won, who they won against? Wu-Tang? They won against some serious people up there.
That was a new artist award, though, right?
See, yeah, but it was around the same time. But when they won, I remember them getting up. They did like a little 1-2 step. They went because they didn't think they were gonna win in New York. Yeah. Like so when they won, that was a major. That was like Biggie on stage going, Brooklyn, we did it, we made it, right? It's like when Outkast won. If you wasn't there, you in the ATL, you seen when they won that on TV?
I was there.
Oh, you was there?
Yeah.
So what that must have been like in the whole entire South, where they like the South got something to say.
I mean, for me, I didn't feel it like that because I had already said what I had to say. I had already been saying what the South got to say, right? But this was more or less like, you know, like what niggas don't understand, I ushered in young niggas in rap. When I brought Crisscross in the game, it was no young people rapping. Young people didn't even want to rap, right? It was all old niggas. So old niggas would never give young niggas no credit. Crisscross came out, their first album, they sold 8 million records. So niggas don't ever be like really like talking about this. Yeah. Like they want to give all Crisscross credit to somebody else. They sold 8 million records at 12 years old.
That's a lot of records, man. You doing your auntie and uncle circuit.
Yeah, no, real shit. That's why I'm like, yo, it's like fucking y'all up to see me be a little lady. This is crazy.
Growing up. She's grown.
You know?
She's all grown up.
Yeah, I know. I seen it in that Kanye video. I was like, what the fuck going on? Like, that was the time, right? That was when she became a woman, right? When we seen that video, I was like, holy shit. I was at the awards when they played that shit. You know they played
that was
the first
a
time on the awards, right?
Yeah, that was.
I was in there watching. I said, "What the fuck?" I was saying, "Yo, this shit crazy," and I seen you in the club one time too.
You did?
Doing some astronomical shit. It was in Miami, and it was like a pole, like a light. And the way you, not a stripper pole, a pole, and the way you was dancing on this fucking pole, I thought like, yo, she's an alien or something. I said, yo, she out of control with this shit right here. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And you do, like, he be doing the pull-ups. You doing all that shit on there.
Oh yeah, like, when I be like, but that's that Harlem shit. Yeah, we used to be on the scaffolds doing that.
Doing the pull-ups.
I ain't gonna front, when I'm in battle mode, like especially in the yams, like I don't like feeling like people playing with me a little bit, and I feel like people would come around like my table and try and like start dancing. I gotta let you know, because you can't do no pull-ups. You from the yams, you can't do no pull-ups.
Yeah.
We got scaffolds on the block everywhere we go.
Nah, I seen that shit one time. I was like, yo, this girl crazy. Like, this shit out of control. Like I said, you're a triple threat.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I had every stage like in my life. Like Miami was like my young 20s, but like as a mom and like just super grown, like I'm so chill. I be chilling.
As a mom.
But I'm still ready to battle whenever, because I be feeling like people be trying me. But
they think you lost.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I can't even go. I've been to a strip club where the girls didn't even want to dance around me. Huh?
They was intimidated?
Yeah. But it was the sweetest, because it wasn't like a battle thing. Like in the club is when people would try and try it. But it got to a place where like it went from people wanting to battle to now people don't even want to like dance around me. The girl's like, oh my God, because you be dancing down. I feel crazy. I'm like, girl, this is
do your job.
Not even, girl, you killing it. You feel me? Because y'all be doing shit that I'm like, bitch, yes, get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want people to see me and be intimidated. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all are beautiful, y'all killing it. And they just be like, start pop locking this shit. I was like, babe, it's
they want to do a lot.
The pop locking and the 6-inch heels is insane.
You know, was you at your videos where they dance or they come and be in your video, and then nobody want to see that shit, right? They come up in there and start pop like, you be like, yo, my man, we looking for the like a vibe, like
the other
like,
dance.
yo, when they start doing the other dance, you like, yo, my man, like, you know, this ain't that type of party right here.
Oh shit.
It's crazy. You know, the one time I seen some shit like that was we was at the Ruck and we brought AI, and they didn't want to check him. He's the only NBA player I ever seen at the Rucker that they would not D him up. They didn't even want to D up AI. Like, he came out there and nobody wanted to D him up. They was playing him from far, like almost like the strippers don't want to dance around you. Where AI came out there and started going like, they was like, nobody wanted to be embarrassed on camera or nothing like that. He was just hopping to the rim. Nobody played defense on him.
It was just
I've seen that shit before. I got a personal question, right? The first album produced by the icon Yeezy, right? What was that process like working with this man? Because I went in there to make a song. You on the song. I brought a whole nother song.
On that song. It's like 88
but you
people
on the song. Listen.
It's me, you, and 87
Which song is it?
I had a song. It's called Pride and Joy I did with Kanye, but he went and called. Guess, Busta, this, he did. The point is.
You know what's crazy? That nigga had me lay the hook for Pride and Joy.
Yeah?
I just told you, now that's 85 more people.
86 and a half. Yo, the craziest shit
I like that song.
Yeah, but I was
supposed to be on that song.
Listen, I do the another round with Chris Brown. The shit is out of control popping. You know, this game, you need to be on a roll. Sometimes, you know, when I was young, I would just say what you want. I was just throwing out hits. So much I gave Ja Rule New York. I felt like it was hit mania. Like there's no way I could stop. Everything I did was a hit, number one. Then you get to that motherfucking gray area.
I'm like talking.
No, I'm telling you, I'm pulling them out. Just everything I put out, I know it's gone. It's gone. I'm putting out hits. Then you get to that little stumble where you try and catch that shit again. That ain't easy.
Right.
Facts.
I go in the studio with Chris Brown. We got another one, right? So now
that was my shit too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
Don't you be on
that was
that's my shit.
Right? So we make another one after that. I swear to God, it was a smash hit. And Kanye hears it and says, yo, let me work on that record. He changed the whole fucking record. He made it like, we had another one. I had another one coming right after the Chris Brown shit, like another one, like I had one. And he switched the whole shit up. So I know the one time I worked with him, I know what he did to me. What was that process like working with him on the whole album, even though the project came out incredible?
I mean, I definitely feel like, KTSC was like some of his best work and he's amazing. But like what he did with Gonna Love Me and Ish was like, that nigga was in a whole nother duffel. You know what I'm saying? Like what he did. And that's why I say like some of his best work. That shit is just like incredible, And I think because it was that incredible that I think it became the both of ours versus a my thing, like a me thing. Yeah. I think he was, and as a creative, even now looking at it, like being as though I do everything for everybody, like this was a passion project for him. And I think he was very, 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 very proud of it. And I think that in that moment of being so proud is like, he was living in that moment. And I don't think he thought about everything else that was also a part of that moment. You feel what I'm saying? Because if it was up to me, like dropping that shit right after Fade would have been insane. You feel what I'm saying? But I definitely think that this project was his baby and he treated it as such. You know what I'm saying? And I think both of us, like, he was like, yeah, cause you going baby yay on me. So I think both of us being like the super creatives that we are, I think that like in that moment from one creative to another creative, like we both is like, okay, I get that you proud, but this is a proud moment for me too. It was just a lot of that, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's an amazing project and I think it's a life changer. And it's just like, that was a time to be alive. You just had to be there. You know what I'm saying? And now even today, like I cut so much more grace. Like I give so much more grace because it's just like people go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I think all he ever wanted to do was create, and I know that feeling of just wanting to create. And I think those 7 albums allowed him to just create without any of the extra shit. You feel what I'm saying? So at that point, it was block everybody out.
He was locked
and he showed up for himself. And I think that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? I think we always talk about who's being selfish or whatever, but it's like, you know what? Show up for yourself because it all still helped us in a way. You know what I'm saying? I would have preferred it to move differently and to roll out to be handled differently because I am the baby and I am the girl. So it's just like, out of everybody here, I've been waiting the longest. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else here is consistent with their music. I don't have consistent music. So I needed you to pour into, like continue on the passion of it. You was passionate, like knowing you killed these fucking beats. Now be passionate about this rollout and understand that, we're in this together. You know what I'm saying?
Get ready for the Escape Room Project. Let's get into one of these bangers, courtesy of Tiana Taylor, only on the Joe and Jada show. You know what I mean?
Tina, make sure we got permission for this because last time we tried this shit, they said, boom.
Oh yeah, they turned the
that was a
screen
great
black.
song.
Matter of fact, hold on.
Bullshit is that?
You sure you spoke to the White House?
Yeah.
You.
Me? What about me?
We did this before, and then I watched the episode, the screen went black.
Y'all just make sure y'all find his turkey chops.
You heard it? Say that again.
Y'all just make sure y'all find his turkey chops.
He ain't finding the
Put that energy in them turkey chops.
He ain't finding.
Find them turkey
Stu
chops.
Lennox.
Not Stu Lennox. He ain't finding.
You could have got it when you did when you sold the rum. When you sold the sulfurizo.
You know what's crazy? Type it in Uber Eats. You type it in Uber Eats, you might be able to find the turkey chops. And they're going to find wherever it's at.
That's my mission today. I'm going to find me some
Let me go on Uber Eats right quick. I'm
going to go to Stu Lennox
on the Fifth Avenue. They got some in Louis. I'll get you. Escape Room. That was the hard part. Holy shit, was that a beautiful song. Make sure you download, stream, purchase, wherever you get your forms of music. Escape Room Project will be out.
Shout out Lucky Day.
Shout out Lucky
Fellow
Day.
six-packer. This guy gonna perform six-packed out. This guy right here, right? Lucky Day. And let me,
people
no, but I gotta tell you, the vibe that gave me. First of all, you picked up right where you left off. Even better growth.
Yeah, that
but
shit
the
was
vibe.
That was a beautiful.
You know, that reminds me of when she called the card and she was like, "You might not have noticed me, but I'm the waitress."
Alicia?
You know, I throw water in your cool. My boss tell me not to throw the milk.
Clothes.
He told me not to throw the milk, but I throw the milk in your chocolate. And what was the name of that spot? Legendary on the
Pan
Pan was legend. Yo, you gotta stop. You ain't know. No pork in my fork. No ham in my pan. That's a Harlem restaurant.
I knew the name of it.
All right, but Pan.
But this is why y'all gotta hit.
That's that vibe, though. Well, we're gonna pray for you with the surgery. We thank you for honoring us with your presence. You after us, but we feel like you just bridge our era with the new era. Like you are
from
great.
That cloth. She got that.
You
cloth.
from that cloth. You know what I mean?
Thanks to Mama Love.
That's hard to be from that cloth. You know what I mean? So we appreciate you and thanks for sitting on the couch with us. I'm Joe Crack.
Jadakiss.
This ain't that.
That ain't this.
And it's Crack and Kiss, baby.
Make some noise for Tiana Taylor. Thank you.